Hi, this time I wanted to talk about how to put more emotional content when it comes to your tabletop role-playing game descriptions. When you roleplay, how to put that extra oomph into your descriptions. This could sound a bit misleading. It doesn't mean that you have to fall within a certain way of describing or narrating things. But you can see that many tabletop role-playing game sessions out there, I would say that they fail quite a bit because there is no excitement. A good role player can make the more mundane situations feel charged with life. This doesn't mean that you need to, yes, do some sort of dramatic performance or get into drama class or something. This is all about putting energy. It's like Bruce Lee's philosophy. And I have mentioned this before, I actually dislike many of Bruce Lee's philosophical points because in some cases they are plagiarized. He takes things from other people and he doesn't credit those people. In other cases, I think he's just trying to sound intellectual, but there is still value when it comes to some of his philosophy. And when it comes to attacks in martial arts, he said that he always said that you should put this emotional force, emotional content. Perhaps those were not his exact words, but that emotion behind each attack. In Enter the Dragon, he kind of slips a bit of his philosophy into one of the scenes when he's teaching this boy about how to kick. The first kick looks so artificial, so to speak, like almost mechanical, lifeless, like I'm just doing a kick. And he's like, no, put emotional content behind it. And the kick is suddenly an expression of a desire to destroy your enemy. It's so alive, so vivid. That movie is great. There's a reason why it's one of the greatest. Some consider it the greatest martial arts film. So this can also be applied when it comes to descriptions and narrations in tabletop role-playing games. Let's take a look at a horrible example. Your average role-playing game session, if you can call that roleplay. All the game master and the players are like just almost falling asleep, and the game master is like, you enter the store and you hear the little bell thingy making sound when you open the door, and you see through the window that it's probably going to rain, and then the store clerk gets to the counter and asks, what do you want to buy? It's horrible, lifeless. The same scene. You make your way into the store, you open the door and you hear the little bell that always greets you when you enter the store. You see through the window, and the clouds are already gathering. It's probably going to rain, that's going to make traveling a bit more difficult. And then you see Joe, he's coming up to greet you. And he comes to the counter and he says, hey, welcome back guys, what are you going to buy? So you see, that's a bit more, it puts that extra pizzazz. You don't need to be very flowery or detailed, or just communicate things without using flowery or elaborate words. Even if you have the most limited vocabulary, just putting that extra life behind your description, your narration, it makes all of the difference. So it's not about the technique, I would say it's more about putting that enthusiasm behind the way you communicate descriptions and narrations, anything when it comes to roleplay, describing your character's actions, what your character is saying, just put that extra life behind it. And even the more mundane situations are going to benefit from that emotion behind your words. It has a lot to do with how we resonate with each other. Like I said, all of the living creatures, at least when it comes to mammals, I think it also applies to reptiles and such, but we share that vibration. The hypothalamus, it vibrates at 7.83 hertz. So every time you raise or lower that, you can have an effect on people. And that's why people play tabletop role-playing games. They want to get that biochemical reaction. Some would say it goes even farther than that, but if you want to look at things from a material point of view, it's that biochemical reaction. And in most tabletop role-playing game sessions, at least the mediocre ones, you do not have that. You have players and the game master almost, it's as if they are about to fall asleep. Sometimes someone makes a joke so that everyone wakes up. Ah, that's funny, and then they go back to sleep. And I think that that's the death, not only of immersion, unless you want to immerse yourself in sleep, not only of the immersion, but of the roleplay of the session. I would love to know about your thoughts on this. Once again, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you. And see you later.